Good afternoon and welcome to WeFM's 3 p.m. news. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, Minister of Health, the Honorable St. Clair Jimmy Prince, accompanied by Chief Medical Officer Dr. Simone Keyser Beach, have departed St. Vincent and the Grenadines to participate in the 78th World Health Assembly (WHA) in Geneva, Switzerland. The assembly, which runs from May 19th to 27th, brings together global health leaders to address pressing international health issues. Key topics on this year's agenda include the finalization of the pandemic agreement, strengthening the health workforce, combating antimicrobial resistance, the health impacts of climate change, and the growing burden of chronic non-communicable diseases. The Vincentian delegation is expected to collaborate with regional counterparts in advocating for the unique health needs of small island developing states. They will also engage in sessions focused on Caribbean health priorities and other matters of importance to member states. St. Vincent and the Grenadines has achieved a major public health milestone, becoming one of 3 Caribbean countries recently recognized for eliminating mother-to-child transmission of HIV and syphilis. The announcement was made by the Pan American Health Organization (PAHO) and the World Health Organization (the WHO), marking a significant victory in the region's fight against infectious diseases. St. Vincent and the Grenadines joins Suriname and Belize in receiving this certification. Health officials in SVG credit the achievement to years of investment in maternal and child health services, increased access to prenatal care, widespread HIV and syphilis testing for pregnant women, and early treatment initiatives. Minister of Health, Wellness and the Environment, St. Clair Prince, praised the hard work of healthcare professionals across the country and reaffirmed the government's commitment to maintaining this progress. PAHO and WHO officials also commended the nation for its dedication to improving health outcomes for mothers and children. Still on the local scene, police are investigating 2 recent killings of business people that bear striking similarities, suggesting a possible connection between the incidents. On Tuesday, May 13th, 76-year-old Stephen King was shot multiple times while sitting on the patio of his Green Hill home near his appliance business. Witnesses reported hearing King plead for his life before the gunman fled the scene. 3 days later, on Friday, May 16th, gunmen entered a shop in Belmont at around 8:30 p.m., opening fire and killing shop owner Leslie Davis and patrons Joel Brown and Demion Cumberbatch. A 7-year-old boy, reportedly a relative of Davis, and another adult male were also injured in the attack. Deputy Commissioner of Police Frankie Joseph stated that robbery does not appear to be the motive in either case, as the assailants demanded nothing and fled immediately after the shootings. He has appointed Acting Commissioner of Police Trevor Bailey to lead the investigation into the Belmont incident. Bailey described the killings as shocking and emphasized the importance of public cooperation in solving these crimes. He assured that all information provided will be treated with the utmost confidentiality. On to news in the region. Grenada recently hosted the first steering group meeting of the Ocean Coordination Mechanism (OCM) on May 13th to 14th, 2025, bringing together representatives from 18 Caribbean states and territories, along with 7 regional intergovernmental organizations. The OCM aims to enhance regional collaboration in managing shared marine resources and addressing transboundary challenges such as fisheries management, marine pollution, and the impacts of climate change. Ambassador Jerry Eno, Grenada's Special Envoy for Oceans, chaired the meeting and emphasized the importance of unified action in ocean governance. He stated that Grenada will serve as chair of the steering group for the next 2 years, focusing on implementing practical outcomes that support national and regional priorities. The establishment of the OCM marks a significant step forward in the region's efforts to promote sustainable ocean governance and the development of a resilient blue economy. Guyana's President Dr. Irfan Ali has announced plans to increase the New Building Society's NBS mortgage ceiling from $20 million to $30 million with a capped interest rate of 5%. The initiative aims to make home ownership more accessible for Guyanese families. Speaking at a labor brunch at State House on Sunday, President Ali stated that he had instructed Finance Minister Dr. Ashni Singh to formally request the increase from NBS. The proposed adjustment is part of the government's broader efforts to ease the path to home ownership by reducing financial barriers. President Ali highlighted the administration's track record of facilitating thousands of home loans through partnerships with financial institutions and implementing reforms such as allowing land to be used as collateral. He reaffirmed the government's commitment to improving access to housing for all Guyanese. Finally, on the international scene, Russia has launched its largest drone assault on Ukraine since the war began in 2022, deploying 273 drones in a coordinated overnight offensive that killed at least one woman and injured 3 others in the Kiev region. The attack came just days after the first face-to-face peace talks between Ukraine and Russia in over 3 years, which resulted in a prisoner exchange but failed to produce a ceasefire agreement. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met with U.S. Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary of State Marco Rubio in Rome to reaffirm Ukraine's readiness for diplomacy and call for an unconditional ceasefire. The drone attack also coincided with reports from Ukrainian intelligence that Russia intended to test an intercontinental ballistic missile interpreted as a threat to the West. European leaders from Britain, France, Germany, and Poland plan to advise U.S. President Donald Trump on imposing stricter sanctions against Russia ahead of his scheduled call with Russian President Vladimir Putin to discuss a possible ceasefire. Despite the escalation, Ukraine and its allies continue to advocate for stronger Western measures and maintain that Russia is obstructing peace efforts. This has been WeFM's 3 p.m. news. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 5:30 for WeFM's evening news, and we thank you for listening.
That could have been you. An accident that could have been avoided because your tires had almost no grip on